Hello everyone, and welcome to Commander with Friends with me, Charging Badger. Today we have a really special Commander with Friends. We've got 4 of us around the table for a Doctor Who special where we're each running one of the 4 precons. We've got obviously myself, we've got Revelo from WarRoom EDH, we've got Overfiend, who is now running both his own channel and the Friends with Benefits channel, and we've got Darlo from Kitchen Table Games. So we're running all 4 of the Doctor Who Commander decks. We're not running them with Plane Chase, we're just running them as Commander decks. So let's dive right in and see which of the 4 Doctor Who precons is going to come out on top.
Okay, so evening everybody. Tonight we have got a cavalcade of Doctor Who precon decks for you. So as always, we're going to go around the table, introduce everybody, what they're about, and what they're running. So Tom, do you want to start us off, please?
Yeah, hello. I'm Tom, Overfiend everywhere. I don't know if this is the first time I've been on here or the second time, depending on which way they come out, but there's some timey-wimey stuff, so whatever. I'm playing the 4th Doctor and Sarah Jane Smith. It's historic spells, artifacts. I have no idea, but let's see what happens.
Okay, thanks for that. And Revelo?
Hello, I am Revelo, co-host of WarRoom EDH with my wonderful partner Amy, who's currently playing in Elite Dangerous at the moment. So, and today I'm playing the 10th Doctor and Rose Tyler, aka my favourite era of Doctor Who, although the 9th Doctor is my favourite. And I essentially want to be suspending a lot of cards to make Rose Tyler really big so we can all fulfill our teenage dreams of being punched in the face by Billy Piper.
And over to you, Dalfort.
Okay, I'm Dalfort, also known as proud father of the Kitchen Table Games lads. I'm running Davros from the Masters of Evil set, and it's a menagerie of all the villains from Doctor Who's history, mainly Daleks or Cybermen, but a few other things thrown in along the way. And I have absolutely no idea how to do it, so it will be fun.
I think that's something we're all going to find out to some degree. And hello, I am everybody's favourite woodland mammal, Asterix at the end there, Charging Badger and Charging Badger MTG. I am running the 13th Doctor alongside Yasmin Khan. So we are going to be exiling lots of things, bringing things from areas of the board that is not necessarily our hand, and having fun with +1/+1 counters in true Simic style. So there are our 4 players. We've got the 4th Doctor with Sarah Jane Smith. We have got the 10th Doctor and Rose Tyler. We've got Davros, and we have got the 13th Doctor and Yasmin. So, when you are ready, Tom, it is your honour, sir.
Start with the original.
I will take it away with very fair magic. Temple of Enlightenment tapped. I'll pass.
Okay, I'll draw.
I'll leave that.
And I will pay. I will cast Path of Ancestry, and it comes in tapped and pass.
Okay, I will draw for turn. Dreamroot Cascade tapped and pass the turn.
Is that my go? Sorry.
Yeah, over to you, Dalfort, sorry.
I could see your hand, by the way, so just to...
Yeah, Scott, I leant forward a bit, sorry. So
right.
I'm going to play a Canyon Slough or Slow, however it's meant to be pronounced. It comes in tapped, pass the turn.
Ironically, it looks better than the real-life Slough.
Right. I'm
Over the last couple of days, I think I've managed to alienate half of the country with these comments.
I mean...
Command Tower. Tap 2.
I'm just dreading the comment
gonna
section
explore.
of these.
Sweet. Well, you get for having me on.
Seaside Citadel tapped. I'll pass.
Were you able to pay 2? Oh, you cast a ramp spell. That's why I just saw that.
I explored, baby.
Let's play Yes, to it. I'll play Fury Calm Snarl, revealing a mountain, so it comes in untapped, and from there I will tap to. I'll play Talisman of Creativity and pass the turn.
I do like the new art.
The art is amazing, and the flavor is pretty good as well. To be fair,
Agreed.
but I mean, to be fair, Gaviverio is a massive Doctor Who fan, so I'm not surprised that.
I'll play Command Tower for turn. Then I will play green and blue. In fact, you know what? I will not. I will do the shenanigans and pass the turn.
Hey, early. Oh, no shenanigans.
Untap, draw.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. I do stuff. I can do stuff. I'm going to play a choked estuary. I'm waiting for a comment of where that could possibly be in the UK. But I will reveal a swamp.
Looks like the M5.
So it comes in on tap.
Actually, to be fair, the M5 around Bristol is an absolute nightmare of all the roadworks, so not too far.
Terrible.
And I will tap them both for a clockwork droid. It's a 3/1. I may exert it, and it can't be blocked if I do, and I can scry one. Pass the turn.
Righty-ho. Tap of keep draw. I will play Overgrown Farmland. It comes in untapped. Then I will tap for 2 white. By Sarah Jane Smith. So she's a 2/1. Sorry. When you cast a historic spell, investigate. That's it. And then I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to apply a Talisman of Progress, and I'm going to investigate. And that's me done.
Okay.
Where are my clues? They're on the floor.
Okay. Play a mountain. So I've got 4. That's fine.
Don't think that's the right clue for this deck. But... That's the clue for this deck. There we go.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to tap Fury Calm Snarl for white and the mountain. Let's play Billy Piper. So she gets +1/+1 for each time counter on her. Bad Wolf, so whenever Rose Tyler attacks, put a time counter on it for every suspended permanent I own. And each permanent control of a time counter on it. She gets scarily big, scarily fast.
I love that we've got a Billy Piper card and a Kylie Minogue card in the same set.
Yeah, I'm going to be, when I get around to upgrading this deck, I'm going to be taking the Kylie Minogue card out because I want to put her in Brennard with Tom Baker. Brennard's just going to be my weird crossover deck. So I'm also going to take out the RMS Titanic so I can put that in my Rex Nebula, Zap Brannigan meme deck.
Yes.
Yeah, that's got to be done.
I couldn't help but notice that for the Ixalan decks coming up that they had Beckett Brass as unsinkable. So I feel like I'd be a bad person if I did a Beckett Brass deck with the Titanic in the deck.
Well, that would be good.
I feel like I've been crossing so many lines doing that. Anyway,
you have to run snow. You'd have to run Snow Islands for icebergs.
Is there actually an iceberg? Is there an iceberg card in the set ever been made? Is that? I know there's meteorite cards. I know there's a meteorite card I'm going to put in Rex. So
Ominous Seas.
That's fitting. Anyway, sorry, I've got sidetracked. I'm going to tap Path of Ancestry for blue and Talisman of Creativity for colorless. I'm going to suspend Starwell. Comes on with 6 suspend counters on it. So, and I will pass the turn from there.
Okay. So at the end of your turn, I'm going to do the shenanigans. They were suspended. See what I did there?
Okay.
So I'm going to draw a card, and I can play a land from my hand. So draw a card.
Okay.
And play Cinderglade tapped. So then, beginning of my turn, untap. Draw.
Is everyone looking forward to the at 60th anniversary?
Yes, I'm looking forward to see what they're going to get up to. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I will play a forest, and then I will bring out Yasmin Khan.
One tap. Draw. I'm going to play a River of Tears. It's that one that it taps for blue unless you played a land this turn, and then it taps for black. So I'm assuming it counts itself.
Yes.
It does, yeah.
I will tap it for a black and 2 others to play the trap, the Toymaker's Trap, which will be coming out as soon as I upgrade any. It says lots of stuff. At the beginning of your upkeep, secretly choose a number between 1 and 5 that hasn't been chosen. If you do, an opponent guesses which number you choose. Then you reveal the number you chose even. If they guessed wrong, they lose life equal to the number of guesses they guessed, and you draw a card. If they guess correct, I sacrifice this terrible, terrible card. So leave that there. Has everyone now got creatures?
Yes. But 2-1.
Cool. I'll just leave mine up then and pass the turn.
Okie dokie. Untap, upkeep, and draw. I will play Skycloud Expanse. I'll tap the Talisman, tap the Expanse, and I'll tap 2, and I'll play the 4th Doctor. So he's a 4/4. You may look at the top card of your library at any time, and he's got Would You Like a. Once each turn, you may play a historic land or cast a historic spell from the top of your library when you do create a food token. So I'll take a look at the top card of my library. And I think I'll just pass.
Okay. Right. Slightly annoying, but we'll roll. I think let's roll it. I'll play Port Town. Has to come in tapped, and then. Oh yeah, I'm doing a Revelo here. I'm supposed to take a time counter off Star Whale, so I will do that now. And
you realise if you perpetuate the mistrigger thing, that it will become a thing, right?
I'm banking on it. If I'm going to be remembered for something, I'll. I mean, it's either that or I'm remembered as the person you're supposed to kill first, which.
Yeah, that makes games less fun. Let's go with the mistrigger one.
Yeah.
I miss my triggers enough. I was thinking of calling my Twitch Miss Triggers or something along those lines.
That's a great idea.
The Miss Trigger, I don't know. Still workshop.
You know what? Let's do something. Let's do fun things. That's what we're here for, to do fun things. I'll tap 3. I'm going to play Amy Pond, which means I may search for Rory Williams and throw my cards on the table.
This is the exact play. All these cards you've played are pretty much identical to my first time playing this deck. It's quite spooky.
As is befitting the season.
Wow. Damn it. Amy is particularly scary in that deck.
Yeah.
Is
Where is? I haven't found Rory at all. Tell me where. If he's near the bottom of the library, then there he is. So there's Rory. Okay. Then shuffle the deck. Okay, right. So Rory is in the house. Not that I can cast him this turn. So go to combat. So I have one permanent with a time count with a time counter. So I bet to put a time counter on Rose, giving her +1/+1. In fact, I should resolve that before. So, right, how big are people? Yasmin's a 3/3.
I'm a 3/1.
I got a 2/1 and 4/4.
Well, I've declared attack, so I'm going to have to go in now. So let's go for Badger. We can argue about who's the best companion. So 3/3 Billy Piper coming at you.
I'm gonna have to take the 3.
Okay. And then I will pass the turn.
There's no argument about who the best companion was. It was K9.
I was quite partial to Ace myself. You know, beating up Daleks with empowered baseball bats doesn't really get old. Although I was also quite fond of Donna Noble, which says a lot. I wasn't really a big fan of Catherine Tate's comedy, but like her the way she played Donna was just fantastic.
Yeah, some of the comedy's Marmite, isn't it? So
Yeah, that's just personal preference. So
Okay, so I'm gonna pay 2 for a Talisman of Impulse. And I'm going to pay 3 for the 13th Doctor. So Paradox, when you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. And repeat TARDIS. At the beginning of your end step, untap each creature with a counter on it.
nice.
Chris, I want to return the favour, but I'm also curious what you've got to defend it, because you've got something by party.
I've got Amy
Oh, it's
Pond.
Amy,
She's a
haven't
2/2.
you? She's a 2/2.
Yes.
In that case... No, I'll pass the turn. I have my reasons. They are many. But yeah, I will pass the turn.
okay. So I will untap. Upkeep. So at the beginning of my upkeep, I secretly choose a number between 1 and 5.
I think the best way of doing it is put it on a die and then put your hand over it.
I've got a piece of paper to the side.
That's
And
even
I've written
better,
it.
probably, arguably.
I will fold it in half so it is written on that piece of paper. It will also let me keep track of which ones I've already chosen.
That's true.
And I need to choose somebody. So I'm just going to go around the table. So I'm going to start with Tom and work around the table. So you get to choose a number between 1 and 5.
If I
Which
get
is
it
the same
wrong,
number as
I
this.
lose the life equal to it.
Correct.
And if I get it right, you draw a card and
Then-
you lose it.
Now, if you get it correct, this disappears. And if you get it wrong, then you lose whatever number you chose, and
You
then
draw
I
a
draw
card
a
if I
card.
get it right.
Do I? I thought I only got a card if you got it wrong.
No. Wait.
If they guess wrong, they lose life
Yes,
equal to
sorry.
the
Yeah,
number
I'm
they
reading
guessed,
it
and
completely
you draw
wrong.
a
I'm
card.
sorry. I'm going to guess one.
That's okay. You're going to guess one, yeah, which
Yeah, 'cause I haven't
apparently
guessed
is the way to do it. It means I chose 3.
Okay.
Ah.
So I lose one.
Yes.
And you draw a card.
Toymaker's Trap just feels like it would go so well in the silver border set, which is fitting given the character.
Hence why it would come out of here straight away. Presumably after upkeep, I draw.
No, you can't pick 3 next time, right?
No.
I'm with it now. I'm having one of those days. Excuse me.
Does that mean that you can't keep choosing one as well, though? Do you have to choose something else? No, because at some point I'd have to pick one, wouldn't I?
Eventually, you'll run out of numbers, so it's more of it. So
Cool. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's nice.
I'm just going to leave that there. There. It's just out of the spotlight.
Okay. I don't know what that is. Okay. I'm going to play the Ominous Cemetery, which taps for a colourless, and for 5 I can tap it, exile this, and I can put a target creature into their owner's library, shuffle it into their library. I should have just read it because it would have made far more sense than my paraphrasing. Anywho, so I played a land, that would be black. Tap that for the blue, tap that for the red, tap that for the colourless. In comes Davros. Okay, everyone's got lots of creatures, haven't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
2. I've got lots.
2. I've got 2, but
Okay.
one's tapped. So.
Okay, so it says on my card, you may exert Clockwork Druid as it attacks. When you do so, it can't be blocked for the turn, and I get to scry one. It's just value all over, isn't it? I'm gonna do that, and as the person with the highest life total is now Revelo, I'm going to send the Clockwork Druid at you, but it is exerted.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
how much damage am I taking?
It's 3.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put it right upside down so that I know it's exerted and it only half untaps next time. If that's
fine.
Okay with everybody else.
That's fine. And that's
cool.
37 life here.
And if I can then move to my end step, Davros has a trigger. At the beginning of your end step, create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with menace if an opponent lost 3 or more. Then each opponent who lost 3 or more faces a villainous choice. I draw a card or you discard a card. So that would only be Revelo, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to let you draw a card.
Thank you. I've drawn a card.
That is
marvelous. And I will pass the turn.
I'm going to tap 2 and I'm going to crack the clue. I don't actually hate that Toymaker's Trap, actually. Don't think it's that bad.
It might work better around a proper table.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're going to be drawing a lot of cards off it. I'll look at the top card of my library. Cool. Play Forest. Probably shouldn't. Actually, yeah, because I can only do once, can't I? Yep. I'll tap Talisman to tap the Skycloud Expanse, and I'll play a Thought Vessel on the top of my library. That will trigger Sarah Jane, and it will trigger the Doctor. Where are the jelly babies?
Oh, I thought you meant you had actual jelly babies.
Oh, I wish. I didn't know which deck I was playing, so I would have got some if I'd
It's weird how you can use food, how easy it is to use food to represent tokens. Like my zero deck, I could easily just get Cadbury's mini eggs and use them. Or if I was actually running Brenner, I could just make gingerbread and just use them as food tokens.
How do you show mini eggs are tapped though? That's my question.
That's a good. Well, no, I mean I'm
Bite
thinking
it in
of zero,
half.
but like egg counters. So it'd just be I put an egg onto a card.
Oh,
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
This is where board gamers break out the box of Wingspan and start using the eggs from that.
Oh, I'll tell you what, my sister's got Wingspan, and every time I play that, I start craving mini eggs because they just look so similar.
500-year diary.
Oh,
Enters tapped. I can tap it to add blue for each clue I control. I can pay 2 and sack it to draw a card. That comes in tapped. That'll trigger Sarah Jane. So I'm making the clue. I don't have enough clue tokens. It's the one token I don't have much of. And
Go on, I'll say it. So you haven't got a clue.
I haven't got a clue. Thanks.
Sorry.
Thanks for not leaving me hanging there. Yeah, and I think Dalfort's getting scary. We all need to step up and do the doctor thing.
come on. Take out the villains first.
Yeah, the villains are getting.
This will teach me for introducing myself as the kitchen table games guys that always comes last.
I will send the doctor at you, Dalfort. So he's a 4/4.
A 4/4.
A 4/4.
Creator of the Daleks attempting to wipe out the Daleks.
Mm-hmm.
Go on then, I'll take 4. Is that commander damage, you say?
Commander, yeah. And it was the doctor. And that's me, I'll pass.
Okay.
It's on top of my library. Okay.
Right. Untippity tap. Okay. Tap upkeep. Another counter comes off this star whale. And draw.
Of course, I'll let Dalfort know, Woody, that you are in chat.
So Sundown Pass will come in tapped because I've only got the one basic land out. And then I can do some shenanigans. I will. So what I'm going to do first, I'll tap this mountain. I'm going to play Ecstatic Beauty Suspended for Suspend Carons. Also, probably one of my favorite episodes of the Matt Smith era. And then I'll tap.
Good episode, that one.
It's one of the best ones I think Moffat's written. I like the fact they did the art in Van Gogh style too. Like, just had to be done. Tap 2. I'll play Rory Williams because I cast from my hand and not from exile. He also gets suspended with 3 time counters on it. Oh, everyone's you wibbly wobbly in over there. And then and then all right, we'll go to combat. I think my best bet is to go to attack with yeah, so I'm gonna attack with both Amy and Rose. So on attacks, Rose gets an extra +3/+3 because I've got 3 suspend cards. That makes her a 6/6. And then I'm going to send Rose, I think rather fittingly, at the Daleks. And I'm going to send Amy at Tom.
Amy's a 2/1, right?
2/2.
2, dang. You tapped out.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to block with Sarah Jane.
So Sarah Jane's a 2/1, isn't she?
Yeah.
So they both trade then. And how about you, Dalfort?
6, you say?
6. 6, 6.
I will take 6. Is that also commander damage?
It is also commander damage, yeah.
Okay, cool. From Rose Tyler, is that correct?
Yeah. Not Amy, so Rose is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. Okay.
I was hoping Tom wouldn't block Amy, so I could just casually bring the Starwell in, just like an 8/8 a flyer on
No.
turn 5.
Making you wait for it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I will pass the turn.
Okay, at the end of your turn, I'm going to tap Yasmin to exile top card of your library until your next end step. You may play it. Untap.
Oh, I should have made a clue off Rory Williams. Did another Revelo there because he investigates after I suspend him. So I've got the wrong token. Where's the clue? I do have them. There we are. Sorry, carry on. Me forget my triggers again.
Do this the right way. I'm going to do Yasmin's ability again. Exile that card. Have a quick look.
Is there anything more British than playing Magic Doctor Who with a cup of tea?
There absolutely is not.
I think it's incredibly fitting.
Okay, so I'm going to play both of my exiled cards. So I'm going to play first. I'm going to play Memory Worm, which will trigger the 13th Paradox ability. And I'm going to put a counter on Yasmin. And then I'm going to pay 2 to play Nardole, Resourceful Cyborg.
Nice.
So happy there.
George Dawes.
Then that triggers the ability again. So I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on the 13th herself. It is, target creature. Mental note: don't let my daughter play with my dice before I come on stream. And then it also triggers Memory Worm's ability, which is whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, Memory Worm deals 2 damage to target player. That player discards a card. So, cards in hand, please, everyone.
I have 3.
5.
6. 6.
Dalfort, I'm going to aim this at you, I think. So 2 damage, please, and discard a card.
Okay. I shall discard a mountain.
Okay. You get to draw a card and put a +1/+1 counter on Memory Worm. So you at least get to draw a card.
I get. So I replace it. Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. Cool.
And then with my last 2 mana, I'm going to foretell a card. And everybody looks a little bit, apart from Davros, everyone looks a little bit untapped.
Yep, all tapped out.
So I'm going to send. I'm going to send 3 commander damage at you, Tom, and I'm going to send. Oh no, I can't with that one because that's memory worm. The memory worm's just come out. So yeah, 3 commander damage at you, Tom, please.
Yasmin.
It's Yasmin, yeah. No, it's the 13th.
13. Okay.
And then at end step, they get to untap because they have counters on them, and Team TARDIS is apparently a thing. So I will
That's
pass
quite
the
impressive,
turn.
isn't it?
It seems quite
So
nice.
I will. Yeah, I shall untap, only half untapping the exerted creature. I will then do the Toymaker's Trap. So I've chosen my number. And I said I'd go around the table, so it's Revelo's turn.
Okay, so we know 3 isn't an option. I'm going to go for 4, I think.
4.
Yes.
Okay. I chose 2.
Oh, he's ticking down.
You've activated his trap card.
Oh, damn.
So you got it wrong, so I get to draw a card, which
Yep.
is interesting.
And you take 4 damage, Chris,
Okay.
which is not good.
I will play
Yep.
a Dragon Skull Summit, which comes into play tapped unless I control a swamp or a mountain. That's a swamp or a mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. One away from that. Right. Okay. So I played a land, so that taps for black. That's really annoying, that land is, isn't it? That's red. That's blue. That's one other. I'm going to play the Cult of Skaro. It's a 4/4 legendary artifact creature Dalek, and whenever it attacks, I choose one at random. And it can put a +1/+1 counter on each artifact creature you control, or it could draw 2 cards, or it could create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with menace, or it could force each opponent to lose 4 life, which isn't bad. Okay, so I'm going to move to combat. You say Tom and Revelo were both open?
Completely up.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay then. In that case, then I will send. So, have you taken any commander damage at all yet, Revelo?
No, I have not.
Cool. Well, I'll send my commander at you, so you've got some commander damage, and then I'll
Yep.
send the normal Dalek at Tom, so that you both take 3.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. I take... And then I go down to 30 life.
And then at the end, or the beginning of my end step, I create a black Dalek artifact creature token with menace if an opponent lost 3 or more life this turn. That doesn't do for each opponent, is it? That's literally if I only create 1.
Yeah, but we all did the villainous choice.
Yeah. So I got another Dalek. That comes on there. That's fine. And then so there'll be 2 villainous choices, like you say.
Yeah. I'll discard the
So
5th
Tom first.
because he's bad.
Okay. And Revelo.
Yep.
Which one are you taking, mate?
What's that?
Say again, sorry.
You either got to draw a card or you discard a card.
I will let him draw a card.
Cool. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. And I will pass the turn.
On your end step, I'll tap 2 and I'll sack the food. Get 3. And I'll untap my many cards. Draw a card. I'll look at the top card of my library. Okay. 2, 4, Sarah Jane. Then I will tap 3. And I'll play a sonic screwdriver. Trigger on Sarah Jane, so I'll make another clue.
Yeah.
And then what's on top? Okay, I'm going to tap that 3 blue. I'll tap that for white, and I'll tap that for blue. And then from the top, I'll play the 7th Doctor, which will trigger both of these. So I'll make a food.
Yep.
I'll make another clue. I'll use a die.
Wait, why are you playing Radagasta Brown in the Doctor Who deck?
I kind of want to love this card, but I think
it does feel a bit out of place, does it? That's another one of those choose a number, isn't it? I think the 7th Doctor.
Yeah, and it's like if it's whenever the 7th Doctor attacks, choose a card in your hand. If any player guesses whether that card's mana value is greater than the number of artifacts you control, and if they guess wrong, you cast it without paying its cost. And if you don't, you investigate.
It's like
so you need that with like 8 to like lower your number of artifacts.
It's like play your cards right with a Doctor.
Yeah, I kind of like
or
it.
Lower.
And with that, I will pass the turn.
Okay.
It's definitely doing very little as I expected.
In your end step, I'm going to tap Puricom Stone Tasman Criticism. I'm going to sacrifice this clue to draw a card. And then I will untap. Okay, upkeep, tick down the time counters. Okay. Okay. Right. Tasman of Creativity and the Mountain. I'll play Arcane Signet. Okay. Right. Give me a sec. Yeah, let's bring out. Let's tap 5. I think it's time to bring out Mr. Tennant. Okay, right. So we've got. All right, we'll go to combat. Rose gets 3 time counters, making her a. She's got +7/+7 now, so she's a 9/9.
Oof.
And I am not sure. I feel like Tom and Badger need to be brought down a peg. They have loads and loads of life. So I will go to combat. I'm going to send Rose at Tom. So I've done the time counters. I get a trigger on the 10th Doctor on attack. So exile top cards at top of the library until exile a non-land card. exile a mountain, bless your fortress. I exile run for your life. So that gets exiled with 3 time counters on it. And in fact, what I should have done was done that first, then activated Rose. I could have got an extra time counter on her, but I won't do that now. I've committed. That's my third missed trigger. So yeah, I'll stick with that. Rose, so you've got, Tommy got, oh, you've already taken the damage of it.
Yeah, 9.
And these go on the bottom of my library.
No, they're exiled, mate.
Oh yeah, they are. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
2 lands, yeah. I feel like when I upgrade this deck, it might be prudent to take a land out. There's 37 lands, and I'm amazed how many times I hit lands in this deck when I'm.
It needs a scroll rack and a divining top really in it as well. So
It really does.
Like, exiling your lands.
Yeah, I think you're right.
One thing I really hate about it, that you exile the lands away. It really hurts seeing like 3 or 4 lands go.
Yeah, I think if I sack a land and I can put, so I'm going to put the Talisman of Progress that from the fourth dot deck in there, so extra mana rock.
Yeah,
won't go amiss. And that's all I can do this turn. I will pass.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, I will do the Yasmin shenanigans again.
Yep.
And then untap. Okay. Draw for turn.
Hang on a minute. Just need to.
So yeah, I'm going to play my card from exile, which is a ponder. Look at the top 3. Put them back in any order. Then draw a card. We have some triggers, so I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter onto Nardol. And I'll be nice this time. Who's got the smallest number? Who's got the fewest number of cards? I have a feeling it's you, Chris.
I have 4 cards in hand.
6 still.
Chris, would you like to take 2 damage and then discard and draw a card, please?
Is that combat damage or is that direct damage?
It's direct damage.
Okay, yep, I can't stop that, so I'll take 2. Do I discard first and then draw?
It says that player discards a card, then draws a card.
I'll discard Nanogene Conversion then, and I'll draw.
And then I will play my land for turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to play Last Night Together. Choose 2 target creatures, untap them. So you know, I did a thing there, Revelo, because I should have tapped Yasmin again.
You did a me.
I did a you. However, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each of them. So I'm going to choose. Not Yasmin. I'm going to choose the 13th, and I'm going to choose Nardol. They gain vigilance. In fact, no, not Nardol. I'll choose Yasmin and the 13th. They gain vigilance, indestructible, and haste until end of turn. After this main phase, there is an additional combat phase. Again, so I think I've completely misplayed this card in theory, but we'll go with it. It's fine. But how big's the Cult of Skaro, Dalfort?
It's a 4/4.
It's a 4/4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you have a Dalek there too. Okay, well I'm going to swing both my indestructibles with vigilance at you.
At me.
At you.
I also have this cemetery card that if I pay 5 and tap it on my turn, I could make you put one of your creatures back in your deck. Just in case that sways your decision.
Just random creatures, or
No. Target creature's owner shuffles it into their library. I'm not saying that's a threat.
Sorry.
I'm just pointing out that it exists.
Ah, I see what you're doing now. Right, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to be that cruel, I'm not going to stop you from being that cruel. But I am a vengeful doctor. I'm just going to say.
That's fair.
He's a vengeful.
So those attacks are coming at me then. How big are they?
So it's a 5/5 and a 4/4. Both of them are commander damage in their separate relative, however you want to term it.
So what have I taken?
So it'd be 5.
The wrong button,
So 9, but 5 from Yasmin and 4 from the 13th.
And I've not taken any yet.
You're not taking any yet.
From
No.
what you not from yourself. Right, okay, cool. So I'll take, so it's 4 from the 13th and 5 from Yasmin.
That's correct.
And I will take, I've added that. Well, I've added half of it. No. Oh, silly computer. It's not operator error. That's all. There we go. So that goes down to 21. Okay, cool.
And then I am going to tap Nardole and the Talisman of Impulse for green, and I will take a life to cast my creature from Foretell, which is going to create all the triggers again. So we're going to go for another counter on, and a counter on the Memory Worm. And Tom, would you mind taking 2, discarding and then drawing, please?
Take 2. I'll discard. Sergeant John Benton. I can check the top card as well.
And then at the beginning of my end step, untap each creature with a counter on it. Pass the turn.
That pseudo vigilance is really annoying. Yeah, so untap. At the beginning of my upkeep, I pick a random number. I have done it. I then ask Gareth or Charging Badger, whichever you prefer, to pick the number that I have chosen.
This is the most awkward one to pick.
Yep, it really is.
At this point, with 2 and 3 gone.
I'm going to go 5. Because I think I could.
I have chosen.
Oh, good guess.
Well done.
That disappears. Good, I'm glad.
I've never been more happy to get a mechanic off the board.
So I get to draw for the turn. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'm going to play a Haunted Ridge, which comes into taps unless I control 2 or more other lands. I think we can safely say that that is the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to tap 6. Doesn't matter what colours they are, because I'm going to cast Cybership. It is an 8/8 flying vehicle. When it deals combat damage to a player, put the top 2 cards of that player's library onto the battlefield face down under my control. They are 2/2 Cybermen artifact creatures.
That's terrifying.
4. Yeah. Okay. So, does anyone have flyers?
No.
No.
Although I think
Okay.
do you have to crew that to?
Yeah.
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 So it will still.
Cruise
I
for-
believe it will still be summoning sick. I think
Yeah,
that's
well.
how it works. Yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah. Totally. I just wondered for next turn. That's all.
Yeah. No, it's fair.
Cool. Okay. So, how many cards have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So I'm going to exert the clockwork droid again and send that at Gareth because it's the only way I can get past that big, massive frontage.
Mm.
How big is it again?
It's a 3/1,
But it's unblockable if you exert.
but it's unblockable, and I get to scry.
Yeah,
So,
I will take the 3.
And so, what have you got up there, Chris? Have you got one creature?
I've got one creature, a 3/5.
A 3/5. Okay, and Tom's got 3 creatures.
A 2/1, a 4/4, and a 3/6.
But they are
Okay,
your biggest nemesis.
Okay, well, I'm going to send the Cult of Skaro at Chris because it's a 4/4 and it should survive that.
Also
apart from
thematically
shenanigans.
appropriate. Yep.
Okay, and then I'm going to send 2 Menace Daleks at Tom. And I'm going to
How
keep
big's
my
Cult of
commander
Skara?
nice and safe. 4/4.
Got a
Any
trigger attack,
menace, death touch, anything like that?
No, but it's got a activated ability when it attacks. So do I do that now before blockers
Yeah.
and stuff? I do that.
On attack,
do.
yeah. You.
When you declare the attack, you
Okay.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Right. So it says you choose them at random. So 1 will be Fey, 2 will be Karn, 3 will be Sec, 4 will be Fast, and then I'm going to roll 5 and 6 until the cows come home, aren't I? It's a 2.
Okay.
I get to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
So that was disappointing.
The Daleks are 3/3.
The Daleks are 3/3s Menace.
Cool. I'll double block one of them.
Cool.
I
Okay.
will. Sorry, God. I'll block the Cult of Skara with the 10th Doctor, so they'll just bounce off each other.
Cool.
Also,
It's tapped.
fitting.
Yep. And then I think Gareth's already taken the 3, hasn't he?
I did, so I have the choice.
Yep.
We have the villainous choice.
I'm going to discard Wreck and
Draw a card.
Rebuild.
You can draw one from me.
Rebuild. Draw one for you. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Oh, that's not good.
This was my thinking. He's going to have to discard down to hand size because he's drawing all them cards.
Mm.
Yeah. Fortunately, I had a shed load of land. So, let me reconsider that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That might have been a terrible play. Yes, that would have been a terrible thing to do. I'm gonna sack Sad Robot instead. Discard Sad Robot. In fact,
I love what
okay.
they did with. I love what they did with Sad Robot in this set.
It's so cute.
yeah. That should be Marvin though, shouldn't it? Really? But anyway, I passed.
Cool. What's that? Draw. Check top card. Okay.
Quick question whilst you're pondering.
Yep.
The ship comes in with summoning sickness. Can it still be crewed defensively? It can't at the moment
Yeah.
because I've only got a 3,
It
4,
can,
4.
yeah.
It could have been right. Cool. Thank you.
13 mana, potentially. Okay, let's try this. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll play the 6th Doctor. So he's at 3/3.
Yeah.
Whenever you cast a historic spell, copy it, except the copy isn't legendary. This ability triggers only once each turn. That'll trigger Sarah Jane. Then I will tap this for 5 blue. Tap that for white. I'll tap that for green, and I use 2 of the 5 that I've got floating to cast Alistair the Brigadier. So he's a 3/3. Whenever you cast a historic spell, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Whenever he attacks, you may pay 8. If you do creatures you control, get +X until the end of turn, where X is the number of historic permanents you control. That will get me a bunch of triggers. It will trigger the 6th Doctor, so I'll make a non-legendary copy of him. And then I'll get 2 triggers from Sarah Jane. I'll get 2 more food.
The pleasure.
Sorry, not food. I'm used to making food with Rocco. Then I will use 2 that I've got floating to cast from the top of my library with the 4th Doctor, Arcane Signet, which will get me a bunch more triggers. So I will get a Sarah Jane trigger, make a clue. I'll get a 4th Doctor trigger, make a food. Actually, make a food this time.
These are good food tokens.
Yeah, I love them. And then I'll get 2 triggers from my 2 copies of Alistair. So I'll make 2 soldiers. I do love just like the army dudes soldier tokens. Now you may think, Tom, you're doing a whole lot of stuff. Yes, I am.
You'd be right.
But it doesn't matter. I can check the top card, can't I? Yeah, cool. Ooh, okay. I'll use the 1 remaining blue, and I'll tap my signet. I'll sacrifice a clue. Draw a card, and I'll play that card. It's Trenzalore Clock Tower. Which will that trigger Alistair whenever you cast a historic spell? No. Whenever you cast a historic spell, no. Okay. So that is tap bad blue, put time counter on it. I can pay 1 of the blue, tap, remove 12 time counters from it, exile it, and it does the midnight clock thing where I shuffle my library into my. That's shuffle my graveyard into my library and draw 7. Activate only if you control Time Lord.
I haven't spent as much time looking at this as I probably should have. Is Trenzalore Clock just essentially midnight clock?
Yeah, basically, except you've got to pay. It doesn't all. It
Yeah.
doesn't insta bong, but it only bongs if it's got 12 counters.
Yeah.
I missed a
That's a
Dalek
lot.
trigger from this. I did the damage. I forgot to do the Dalek. Sorry.
Yes, you did.
Sorry?
Oh no, doing a Revelo is spreading. Everyone's doing it.
I know.
This missing triggers is contagious.
It is.
Don't backwatch our stuff. Look, unfortunately, we have a Crovax. Crovax picks up everything. He's awesome.
Oh bloody hell.
No, he does. He's really good at it.
Okay. What do I want to do? I think I'm just going to hold off. After all that. Yeah, I'm just going to chill with all my stuff.
Okay. I will go
I
to
think
my.
I didn't miss any 6 Doctor triggers. No.
I've met the guy who played a 6th Doctor. Real
Right,
gentleman
yeah.
he was.
Go ahead.
Okay. On my untap upkeep, I tick down the time counters again. Draw a card. Nice. Right. Okay. let's do more shenanigans. Tap Tasman of Creativity for colorless. I'll tap Path of Ancestry for blue, and I'll tap the Sundown Pass. Let's make this a multi-Doctor episode and bring in the Ninth Doctor. I get to scry off Path of Ancestry. I'll keep. Yeah, my favorite Doctor. I do a and Tom's seen it. I've do a cosplay as him, so I've got the hair for it. I'm not allowed to get rid of my beard now. Amy has forbidden me from shaving my beard off. Yeah, she's nodding over there behind the computer monitor.
I told you, you can get away with like a mid-regeneration thing. I'm fairly certain nobody will question it.
I can trim it down so it's like quite neat and tidy at least. But yeah, I used to have a goatee, and everyone said I could have done a good Walter White, but I never got around to doing that. Oh yeah, and then
I don't talk about my goatee era. It was a dark time.
His evil era. I'm going to tap out my main mana. I'm going to play the girl in the fireplace. So when it comes in, I get a 1/1 human noble token with vanish and free. And I have said token. Comes on with 3 time counters on it. Which is fine because that gets me a blocker. Right. Okay. Everyone's board looking hella scary right now. Not really. I'm not really sure.
Scary, but it's not. Trust me.
Okay.
I don't think mine looks that scary.
The only one I can really attack into is Dalfort because he's only got the Dalek and the Davros. Everyone else has a fair amount of blockers. But I digress. Right, so go to combat. So I will be attacking with. I'll probably attack with Rose and the Ninth Doctor. So on the attack, I'll act 10th Doctor triggers. So reveal cards on top of my library. I reveal the TARDIS. It gets suspended with 3 time counters on it, which seems oddly fitting. So. So to make sure
to awful close.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to make a timey-wimey counter for this, aren't I?
It's getting a bit nuts. And then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 time counters in place. So Rose gets additional +6/+6.
Does she get them from the vanishing counters as well?
I think vanishing counters are time counters. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Time counter for each suspended card you own and each other permanent you control a time counter on it.
So vanishing
counters are time counters.
Yeah. So Rose is currently 15/15.
Ooh.
So I will send, I think, all 3 fitting. So now I'll finish my attack. So I'm going to send the Ninth Doctor at Dalfort, which again seems quite fitting.
Mm-hmm.
I will send Rose at Badger.
Well, I'm not going to let myself die to Rose Tyler. Let's put it that way.
Understandable.
I'm going to throw Nardole in front of him. Unfortunately, I can't take any counters off of him, so when he dies, he dies.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, Rose hasn't got trample, which I suppose makes sense. If she had trample or unblockable, that would just make her completely massive. So yeah, that's fine. And Dalfort?
We discovered a way to make that unblockable.
Oh, fair enough. Go on, Dalfort. What are you saying?
Stick the Dalek underneath the Doctor.
They just bounce off each other then. So.
All right.
Ninth Doctor's a 2/4, so I don't actually kill. I think the Dalek takes a 3/3 of menace, right?
Yeah, 3/3. Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't. They just bounce then.
Cool.
And I think that's all I can do. I will pass the turn.
Okay, I'll at the end of your turn, I will do my Yasmin trigger.
So what's your way of making Rose unblockable then?
So when I was playing this the other week, well, I was playing with the timey-wimey one the other week, and my friend Matt had given Rose psychic paper.
Oh,
And so
yeah,
there was very little we could do about Rose.
What did they turn her into, though? That's the question. Cost Dreadmore.
Oh, I can't remember now. I want to say Colossal Dreadmore because it would be amusing, but I don't think we were that clever. It was getting quite late at this point, and we just wanted the game ended.
Was it approaching 2 hours long?
Possibly a little bit more than
There was a
that.
comment made on Facebook recently about how long games go.
A good Commander game should be a little bit over an hour, I feel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't be doing 3-turn games.
No. Some people were saying that if it goes beyond 40 minutes, they've had enough. Is it my go? Sorry.
No, it's still me. I'm doing that
That's
thing
cool.
where I think.
As long as I haven't missed it, that's fine. That's alien to me. I'm sorry. I don't.
So I think what I'm going to do is. Colourless. To play. So it's 2 red and 2 colourless to play. Iraxa, Empress of Mars. So she's a 5/4 with Trample, and she has Battle Cry and Paradox. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, create a 2/2 red alien warrior creature token. And I obviously get all my other triggers, so we'll put a counter on 13th. We'll put a counter on Memory Worm. Memory Worm's trigger. I've gone round the board once, so... Cards in hand, please, everybody.
3.
1,
Great.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Apparently.
I'll be honest, I would love a card, but
Go on then, Tom. You could take 2 and do some card shenanigans.
I'll discard Irrigate Farmland. You can check
And
top card.
then I will pay 4 to bring out Madame Vastra, which I think is what all the triggers are coming from. Because I think I might have misplayed it. So, but Madame Vastra causes those triggers anyway. So we've made good on the triggers, I think, except for the 2/2 alien warrior, which would come into effect now.
You can partner, right?
I can partner. I will go looking for Jenny, is it?
Yeah.
Jenny Flint, yes. Just going to look for the alien token. That's an alien insect. Alien warrior. There we go. 1/2/2 alien warrior. And I'll go looking for Jenny in a bit because I can do it in someone else's turn. That's fine. Dalfort, you have 2 creatures on the battlefield, which you're either going to use
Dalek,
to
Commander.
Yeah. Which you're either going to use to pilot the spaceship or to block with. Chris, you've got 2.
Yeah.
Look-
One is prevent all combat damage done to it.
Yeah. I think Dalfort, the best bet would be to go in your direction. How big is Davros again?
He's a 3/4.
3/4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 5/5s and 7/7.
Wow.
And a 6/6 that must be blocked if able. But can only be blocked by one creature. So like opposite menace.
Well, that's rude. Well. I'll throw the Dalek underneath the one that needs to be blocked.
Okay.
That needs
So
to be
this
blocked.
one has a trigger of whenever it deals damage, exile it face down, it becomes foretold.
Okay, and then it's going to die. My commander will die against everything anyway, so it might as well take the 7/7.
Okay.
So I only take 10, but are they both commanders?
It's both commanders again.
My computer's going so slow. There we go. No, it's gone down one. Why? 10 down to 11.
Okay.
So those that have played this deck before, is there a way of getting life in this deck?
I think so.
I haven't played it.
How?
I'm not sure.
I haven't played it.
End step, everything on
I'd offer you a jelly baby, but the game won't allow me.
I'm going to go looking for Jenny, but that's my turn done.
Okay, cool. Untap. Half untap. Draw for the turn. Oh, that's interesting. That could have come up about 4 turns ago, and that would have been much better. Oh, now what am I going to do? I'm going to play a swamp for the turn. Oh. Right, I'm going to change what I was going to do. For 1, and the colourless. I'm going. I'm going to cast Feed the Swarm. So destroy a creature or enchantment an opponent controls. I lose life equal to that permanent's mana value.
I thought you were trying to gain life, mate.
Say again, sorry?
I thought you were trying to gain life.
Yeah, well, I wanted to cast a really big spell, and I kind of feel like that's what I should do. Because I feel like I'm going to die soon anyway, so... Oh, I won't cast that. I will cast. I'll tap everything for 7.
Yeah.
Which includes a black, a blue, and a thingy, and play the Great Intelligence's Plan. I draw 3 cards. Target opponent faces Villainous choice. They discard 3 cards, or I may cast a spell from my hand without paying its mana cost. 1, 2, 3.
Always do the big thing.
Yeah. So, Gareth, you get to choose whether you discard 3 cards or I get to cast something big out of my hand.
Oh. This is a villainous choice. I will discard 3 cards, but when you see these 3 cards, you'll realise why I was so sad. I mean, the first one was Bill Potts, which... Okay. The second one was Jenny. The third one was River Song.
Ah.
Ooh.
So Chris, you know...
Yep.
For 10 and 11, it's honour, at the very least.
Oh. I can't attack now, can I?
But yeah, there are 3 discarded cards for you.
Okay, cool. I will tap the Cult of Scarrow to crew the cyber ship.
Oh yeah, here we go.
And moving to combat, it's still going at Gareth because you've got the highest life total, and I feel like you've picked on me in the last couple of turns.
Oof,
And I'm Mardos, so
that's fair.
that's that.
Is it in the air?
Your library becomes cyber.
It is in the air, yeah. For 8.
I will take that 6.
That 8.
Oh, 8. I apologise.
It's
There we
an
go.
it's an 8/8. But worse than that, you put the top 2 cards of that player's library onto the battlefield face down under my control. They become 2/2 Cybermen artifacts
Oh,
features.
So you don't
you stick
even
them.
get
There we
to
go.
see him, which is bad.
We don't get to see them, do we? We just go to the
No.
face down, don't we? Okay, cool. And with that, I will discard down to 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I've got to get rid of 2. I don't know what people's opinion of this clone one is, but I'm getting rid of that. Probably should. Yeah, it's probably a really good card. Chris is probably shouting at the screen or thumping this keyboard.
No,
it's not said anything yet.
I'm good.
Sorry, my Chris. My
Oh, okay.
Chris is what
Yeah,
I
he said I put a blanket in his deck.
Yeah, and then I'll get rid of this land as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's me. Done.
So, I've been saying how bad this deck is. This next card off the top of my deck that I will draw for turn. How much longer do you want this game to go on for? Because this card I've just drawn, I've just realised lets me win the game.
Cool. I mean, it's been going on for over an hour and a half now. So if you think you've got an out, take
I
me
will
out.
play Gallifrey Council Chamber. Enters the battlefield. It's about one. Look at the top card. May put it in my graveyard. It's a forest. Whatever. Doesn't matter. So
Don't worry about it.
He's got an ability. You pay 8. Creatures you control get +X +X the end of turn, where X is the number of historic permanents you control.
Yep.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh,
Yikes.
Now you may be saying, but Tom, everyone's got big blockers. I can look at the top cards of my library if I want as well. That's fun. Everyone's got all these big blockers. We're going to tap 1, 2. Actually, no, we're just going to tap that for 7, and that for 1. And that's 8 mana. Uses ability. Everything gets +21, +21. Then I'm going to tap 3, and I'm going to apply reverse the polarity.
Oh dear.
Choosing creatures can't be blocked this turn.
Oh.
What a card.
Yeah, nice.
What a card at the top there.
That is very brutal.
I looked at this first, and all I read was the counter. I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. You can probably actually pinpoint the moment in the video where I realise.
I will go back and look through it. I may turn that into a short as well.
It was about halfway through Dalfort's turn. I checked the top of my library again, and then I'm like, wait. So yeah, I'll swing 2 at Chris, 2 at Badger, and 2 at Dalford, and yeah.
Oh, just for funsies,
Wow, okay.
I'm gonna tap Yasmin. Oh, that's quite sad. Prevented Peter Capaldi from coming to say hi.
I was kind of hoping you'd let me cast a spell because I picked up propaganda in the 3.
Oh.
I was also kind of hoping to bring out the big dinosaur.
Annoyingly, I have Everybody Lives in my hand, but I've only got 1 open mana. So I could have stopped him, but
I quite that one never came out, mate.
No, well played. I think you got it.
Yeah, well played.
That's brilliant.
Well done, Tom.
Jeez.
Because yeah, next turn I would have had double upkeep steps, so I would have all my suspense stuff would have started hitting the board. So
If I hadn't got that, it would have been yeah.
Oh, that was really
That
fun.
that was good. GG's everyone. All our,
GG's.
Yeah,
all our
well
decks
played.
helped
Thank
to-
you for inviting me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you as well.
Thanks for having me
That was-
back.
Yeah, no, more than welcome. It's been great having everybody.
Yeah,
and
it's
I really like these. Like I've kept them as I seem to be developing a bit of a gimmick as the person who brings the pod, because this is now the third like pre-made pre-conny pod I've got. So
Nice. No.
I have like
This,
a lot.
this
I
deck
have.
is definitely the.
Go on.
No, go. I was going to say this deck is definitely the weakest out of the four. I think just because of how every Doctor is basically a different commander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I
in-
think that's the gimmick they went for with that one, wasn't it? I think Prof did a video where he turned around and said that essentially if you change every time you play it, you change the commander and the companion, you've essentially got almost a year's worth of like different commander decks.
The thing is, the Doctors don't really synergize with each other. They very
they don't.
lightly do. They've got historic, permanent. That is the binding thread through it all, but it is
that's-
very loose.
It's a deck
That is kind of
relies
the
on the
issue, isn't
99.
it? It's kind of that issue, isn't it? Because it said all the villains have got a single deck. They split up the new era into two separate decks and basically crammed in the classic era into one. You do wonder, would it have been better if maybe they split the classic era into two parts as well?
I do think all of the decks suffer from an overload of like legendaries who are commanders. They've all got too many.
Yeah.
But this one's like especially has got maybe 3 times too many. It's wild.
It seems to be the way Commander has been going in general anyway. There's more legendaries are coming out, which means there's going to be more legendaries in the 99. So it's not basically it starts turning every deck into pseudo super friends in that regard.
I would love to build some of these Doctors though. They do seem cool. I'm still thinking about the 7th and Ace, but
That'd be a good combo. Just beat Daleks up with baseball bats.
The two I've gone for at the minute, I've just finished the War Doctor, which is now on my Mox field, and I'm working on the 12th because of that horrible combo of using Demonstrate and the Pacts.
Yeah.
So cast a Pact of Negation, and yeah, you all your triggers come off before mine do.
I just kind of that for Rocket.
I want to at some point convert. Once I've done the Shattergang stream with this, I might make the 9th Doctor my face commander, basically just out the personal nostalgia. So
right, I think
I don't have that kind of memory now.
No. I think we'll leave it there then, and we'll get signed off.
Thank you for the game.
Thank you for the game. I'll get in touch. We will be getting more games in at some point soon. Thanks again, everybody, and have a good night. Thanks for watching this episode of Commander with Friends. I just want to give one last shout out to all of our guests, Tom at Overfiend, Revelo at WarRoom EDH, and Dalfort from Kitchen Table Games. Hopefully see everybody again soon. Thanks for watching.